I don't wanna waste no time, so pardon this lack of composure. Exactly what my life ordered. A lover and a friend. Real time. Riding on the same page, walking at the same pace. Wondering how my life got here, but you're here now. Yeah. Pedal down the same street, wave at people we see. Talking out loud of last week's ups and this week's doubts. Love was inconceivable. But since I met you head to toe, I don't wanna waste no time. So pardon this lack of composure. Exactly what my life ordered. A lover and a friend. Look, can we just...
All right, here we are. Happy Saturday, folks. Happy pre-Father's Day for any fathers out here. Hold on one second. I can't go without trying to
do something cool.
Exactly. There we go. Fixed it. Okay. Sorry. I am too nitpicky when it comes to the live stream stuff. So let me see, what does that do? Oh, that puts our little thing down. That's kind of cool. Haven't used this background in a while. That one right there. Look, the little diamond at the top, so you can see the unwrap love. Do you see it on the screen?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Makes it more clear.
I see it.
So
I moved the cameras around behind us because I was like, well, if we're gone for a while, I just didn't want Hershey to be
that's fine. A tad bit too curious. Looks a little different back there in the back. So all right, I believe we are live here on the LinkedIn scene. I believe so.
Yeah, I see it. I'm just tagging a few people.
Okay.
See if they want to join us for our talk tonight.
So tonight, I just called this one the Saturday Hangout. We had quite a bit going on today. And I don't know if Mr. Dunner can join us because, of course, he could probably
join us. He could call in.
He could call in if he wanted to. Yeah, he could do that too. Okay, I sent a message to a few people in some of the group chats, but it is kind of late. That's okay. We've done this before. Later sometimes. I believe we've done it like at 10:30 and 11. Didn't realize that we would have people show up. It's like, what the heck? Well, you forget social media is a global, thing that's different time zones, different people. People could be watching on, come and join and going, oh my gosh, there's people live streaming it at this hour, especially like on the West Coast because it's 7:00 there. So it might be time people are sitting down, relaxing, looking at a live stream. Could be. I don't know. Saturday night, they could be out anywhere, actually, as a matter of fact. So, that's just part of doing a live stream and just trying to have a little fun. Try to get a few people to come hang out with us. Part of the reason that it's been a really good week and why I wanted to continue to do this is that I wanted to talk a few things about the wins that we've had in these last few weeks. Some of the wins are kind of small. Some of the wins are kind of big. But a win is a win, and they add up. So I did want to talk to Mr. Gregory F. Liverpool.
Hey, Gregory.
Welcome to the show. We're just talking and hanging out with you guys.
I can actually comment. I just realized.
Oh, you can comment.
I just realized I'm out of
Gregory's like,
gel.
I'm in bed.
Yeah, we would be too, but we're kind of wired since we're going on a trip.
We're going on a trip tomorrow, so just trying to get out a lot of that energy. What better form than talking, hanging out. Yeah, but some of the wins that I did want to share with everyone tuning in, if there's people tuning in, is that
I'm tagging.
That's okay. I'm probably in bed watching CFL football and eating cookies. Oh, what a better way!
Just that's here.
She's like, "Is this live?" Yes, it is,
Yes.
madame.
I was telling Gabe that you were telling me about how if we go through El Paso
Yeah,
to let you know.
let you
So
know.
if we're ever on a road trip that way, then definitely
We'll come hunt you down.
Yeah.
Um,
And if you're ever out this way, let us know.
yeah, exactly.
We're on the other side of Texas.
Next side, yes. So Josette,
And I didn't realize you were French, Joe said. I don't think it just registered or clicked, but I've been watching some of the lives you've been in, and I was like, oh my gosh, her voice is so cool. And yeah, so I've been watching some of your lives.
yeah, and I like what Gregory's doing. He's like, I'm eating cookies and watching football. So hey, he's in bed doing some pretty awesome things. That's a win, man. You get to that point in your life, that's a win. So yeah, Jill said I'm actually trying to learn French myself. I've been doing
He's been doing
Japanese,
but then all of a sudden I was hearing wee 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 from the bathroom, and I was like, what? You're doing French now too?
Yes, I'm doing French. I've been on a Japanese.
Hey, Charles.
Charles is watching all the way from Hong Kong. So yeah, I've been kind of fluctuating. I've always been fascinated with language communication. And I figured what better time to kind of occupy space in my mind other than the other junk that could probably be filled in there than learning multiple languages and being able to communicate with people, especially in a different native tongue. I think that's kind of cool to be able to speak somebody else's core language and communicate them, because there's so many people that go out and actually learn English. They come from
Yes, that's the language across the whole world.
almost across the whole world. I mean, we're going to go to Mexico, and I bet a lot of people down there, especially near the resorts where we're going to be at,
Joseph said she can teach us French.
Oh, oui, madame. I am for it. S'il vous plaît. That would be great. Japanese is my fourth. See, look, she's like, Japanese is my fourth language.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a great humble brag to have. It's like, hey, by the way, Japanese is my fourth. So what are the other four? What are the other three? French, English. Maybe the third. What is the third? What's the third in the lineup? How far does that lineup actually go? Do you go beyond four? There's some people that know, 6, 7 languages is pretty incredible.
Oh yeah, especially if you go into Europe, because there's so many different cultures and countries that are so close together that people do learn multiple languages to travel through.
That's right. So she says,
French native
speaker, certified to teach it and taught it at all levels. Okay, reach out. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Because one of my destinations to go see is Paris. I know it's probably cliche, and then people are like, it's trash because it's a tourist spot, it's a tourist trap, but I don't care. I want to go see it with my own eyes. So that would be one of the places.
Was it after we watched Emily in Paris?
Yeah, that kind of. Well, I already had a fascination with it because I loved romance movies and rom-coms growing up, and a lot of the times they would go to a city like Paris. There was a city of love. So even in kids' movies, I mean, Ratatouille took place in Paris. He wanted to go to Paris, and he lived over there. So that was kind of his dream, and it's kind of mine as well.
Yeah. So Gregory, I actually subbed for 2 years before I decided what grade I wanted to teach, and I love the little kids, but I was scared I was gonna lose one of them because they were like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And I'm like, maybe yes, but like I was so scared they weren't gonna come back or someone was gonna kidnap them. So I was like really scared of the really young ones. Then I did middle school, and they were cute and adorable, but also really, really lots of energy. And yeah, it was just the hormone shifts in middle school was it just wasn't for me. I couldn't find the connection there. And then when I got to high school, all those kids, like a lot of the classes I subbed for, they were just so apathetic to just even being in the classroom. There were so many of them that just put their heads down, didn't want to do the work. And so I got curious. So I would just go up to them and start talking to them, have conversations. And before you know it, like I was getting all these kids to do all their work. And when I subbed for the high school levels, and I just figured out how to make like bonds and connections with them. And it was great. Like I felt like that was where my calling was. And so started in with high school kids, and I love it. I've been there. This going into this next school year will be my 16th
year. Yeah, pretty
16th.
incredible. So Joe said the other one is Spanish. No accent, also certified and placed out as a native speaker. I do live in El Paso.
He speaks Spanish.
Yeah, un poquito, un poquito.
I swear, the first time I heard him speak in Spanish, I was like, dang, like you wouldn't. He speaks English so well without a Spanish accent. I would have never. I know, but I would have never guessed like your accent is so strong.
Yes.
When you speak Spanish, you sound like a different person.
Yeah. So she's Josette saying, let me know before you go. I can hook you up with all my childhood friends and cousins.
And
Cousins, primas, all her primas, primos over there. No Spanish. Oh, Melanie Richards. Hello. Welcome to the live. We're just hanging out. We're talking about. So if any of you want to share like any wins that you've had this week, just any little accomplishments, milestones, things that you've done, that would, that's cool. I love seeing those things because we could all use a little good news. Out in this world, there's so much you could throw a nickel somewhere and hit it. Somebody's going to tell you something bad news, bad reviews, whatever. But I just like having a little bit of the positive around. It does help, make the medicine go down, so to speak. So one of the good things this week, my wife did her first live stream as a host.
Yeah, and I had no idea I was going to do that, honestly, because we had just done a podcast together, and he's like, we should have more co-authors on. I was like, yeah, that would be great. Like, I thought he was going to be in it with me.
Nope.
And then he sends a link. He's like, okay, it's ready for tomorrow. So I go click on it to look at it, and it's like, I'm the host? What? I've never done that by myself before. So that was really cool. It was a great experience. I loved it.
And I've never seen her really cousins, primos, you name it. Yeah, that's right. That's right, girl. She had never. So, Lay's here.
Hey,
habla poquito español. Yes,
we were just talking about
part of the wins.
I did the hosting thing for my first time by myself. And Lay, that was like her first actual interview. And so it was really cool. We got to have that experience together.
Yeah. So in the whole part of doing live streams and getting your footing, I wanted her to have that experience because it's really great having people show up. It's great interacting with people and then actually being in the midst of everything and trying to realize what you do as a host. You learn a whole different level of respect for some of these live stream hosts who are able to look at comment like every.
This reminded me of the great one.
The great one yesterday. So we're going to talk about that. So Charles is like, similar with me in early university years, I struggled to link practice and theory. I needed you as a teacher. So he needed you. He was missing you. And then a clarification, I was a teacher or going into teaching. Grades 9 to 12 is my sweet spot.
Really? Yeah. Most people don't say that. Like, I'll tell people what grade I teach, and they look at me crazy like, oh, bless your heart. I don't know how you do it. I'm like, it is really like, it just comes naturally to me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
so her first time interviewee. That's right. In fact, positivity does go a long way. So congrats. Yes. That was, we've done these together. So I know that she could probably handle, being able to communicate with a guest. I think it can be overwhelming for anybody who's ever done it or hosted a live stream, like how to interact with the comments, how to keep your audience engaged, how to keep conversation going, how to actively listen to, like, you could have all this madness going on. I've gotten used to all the madness in my life happening while I'm doing a live stream. So I am well versed in it, but it was the first time I've actually seen Yvette like kind of a little nervous. Like she, but it was great because you'll never forget that. And like Lay's saying here,
Thank you
it
so
was
much.
fun, and you made it easy. Thank you for the experience starting off on the right foot, because next time she does it, she'll be able to kind
Yeah.
of take.
Look at the yeah, my thing was if I have like a certain set time, like if I'm interviewing a guest and say, okay, well, we'll save the call, like you can put in your questions, your comments, and we can work those in towards a certain time. Or maybe like figure out a way, I need to figure out a way to talk in between somehow. But when I'm listening to somebody, like I need to tune out everything. And as it is, like sometimes I have internal thoughts or something else going on, and if I'm looking at the comments and then trying to pay attention to what somebody is telling me, I'm gonna miss something, and I didn't want to miss anything Lay said, so I was like intently listening. I'm not even gonna look at those comments. So Gabe's over here with little notes like, okay, mention the comment, like do this about the comment, and I'm like, oh yeah. I need to add that in, but I was just
But
really focused.
it takes practice. So I'm just telling people it takes practice. So when I see a well-versed host being able to manage the comments, manage the stream, still be actively listening, and Gregory's talking about
he's a golden doodle.
Well, he's calling him Mini Copper.
Mini Copper.
Because that's Felipe Cafino's dog. He's got
the big version.
He's got the big version of Hershey.
Yeah, we have the mini.
And his name is Copper. And and I've always wanted to interview Copper. So Mini Copper, I got my own. I had to go copy Felipe.
He's a little smaller.
A little smaller, but that's okay. But part of the reason I admire when I see a good host who's able to communicate, manage the live stream, manage the comments, stay on point, stay on task. Like I'll reach out and say, "Man, great show, great way that I love the way you run things."
Yeah, it's challenging multitasking, like handling all of that at once. It is a challenge, and I think it's something that you just have to keep working at to get better and better. So
it does.
You've done how many episodes?
So I've probably live streams no less than 700 hours of live streaming, over 1,000. And you got to remember, some episodes are 30 minutes, some episodes could be 4 hours. I've done 4-hour live streams before. So that is, it's kind of just what I've done under the belt, not including podcasts and other things like that. So I've had my time sitting behind a microphone, being interviewed and interviewing somebody, and then also to be able to manage all the things that are going on technical wise, being actively listening. And it's a skill set. It's a skill set that you learn. Like,
yeah, I didn't know how he did it at first. It was scary the first time that we got on together, because I'm like, how do you pay attention to think of a question, to be able to go back and forth? Like, I just had to wrap my mind around that. And then I started to I think it was mostly my nerves, because once that went away, it became a lot easier to do our shows between each other.
If you can get your guest and yourself through the first 10 minutes, it starts to get easier. It's just the anxiety, the pressure of everything, doing it from the beginning, that you got to work past. And then once you do, before you know it, you're like, man, that was a quick hour.
And then it kind of reminds me of teaching, because man, the first time I got in front of a classroom full of kids by myself and had to instruct and watch and manage, and and I remember when I was subbing, there was a couple of times the actual teacher came in, and I watched how she did it, and it was like she could talk to a student, work on something, answer an email, turn this way, answer what this kid was saying. Another kid's over here, they're talking over here. She's trying to, and I'm like, what in the world? Like, how do you do that? And now I can do it. It's easy. Yeah. Like, I'll have sometimes 3 or 4 students waiting to say something to me. I'm in the middle of a thought. Something comes through, the door knocks. Like, there's so many just little stimuli hitting you at every direction. And I think that's what keeps me never being bored, because there's always something happening.
So Gregory's saying, when I was on Jackie Hallberg's live show for the first time, I was picking out comments like a seasoned vet while being a guest. Yeah, there you go. Like it's just actually being present and being able to run everything. Part of it was that's how my mind was trained. I've driven for a very long time in my career, and having to focus on the road, pay attention to cars, bad drivers, all these things, while also maybe talking on the phone or listening to an audiobook or listening to a song or what, the things that you got to do, your center focus stays straight ahead, but your mind is still also listening, computating, responding, doing all these things while you're doing it. So it kind of keeps you in a point where, hey, I can look at what's going on, but then I can also hear what my wife's saying. I can also see what's going on the comments.
And we have a dog over here.
And I have a dog that could be biting me on the side of my arm. Yeah. So, how do you ear an elephant?
Here or ear?
Here or ear? I don't know.
How do you ear an elephant?
How do you hear an elephant, maybe?
Or ear an elephant?
I don't know.
Tell me what you mean, because I'm lost.
Trying to figure it out. We're figuring it out together.
Now you really got my mind thinking.
She's like, but that's part of it. I've done podcast interviews in here with my little dog here, and
Oh,
one
bite at a time. Mm.
How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So yes, exactly. So I've actually done podcast interviews that I'm recording, trying to read like copy, looking straight forward at material, and then have my dog like right over here. Yes. And having my dog right over here trying to nip at your heels. So no. We got it. We totally understand. Trust me, Lay, I fat finger stuff all the time. It is a bad habit of mine. Especially when I'm doing live streams like this. So it's okay. It's just part of the nature. So, anyway, when I was talking about going into, being a good host and being able to host a live stream, I want to open up about something we saw last night. So we did our live stream. Actually, was it yesterday you did your live stream live with Lay, right?
The host?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, and responding to comments too. That's another one, man. Typing replies to guests as well, being on the virtual stage. Now, the only reason I don't like type back messages and stuff here on LinkedIn is because you can't from this side. It's crazy. You actually have to watch on your phone and type in comments, and
that's what I have my phone
open. She's got it open, and that's what she's watching us live. But anyway, when talking about being able to host a show and manage your show and manage your guests and everything else, after Lay and Yvette got done last night, and we got off, we were just going to hang out, probably go watch a show. And our good friend and somebody you all are familiar with here on the LinkedIn platform, Mr. Kenneth Dunner Jr., sends us an invite while I'm still sitting here to a show and to a host I've never heard of before. And I'm always fascinated going to go check it out. So, of course, I go click on it and I check it out. I drop my usual first line, is this live? And we're sitting there watching it, and he has this guest on. I will never forget this guest's name, but his name was Dr. Gary Woolman. Now, I want to say that this man was. Have you ever seen the Dos Equis commercials? The most interesting man in the world, right? He does all these things. I swear, like this guy, Dr. Gary, reminded me of him, the way he was just talking and confidently going, and him and the host, Ken Kleinberg, were sitting there talking, and he has a co-host. Now, I didn't know this at the time. I was just watching it go on. And he was trying to walk through Ken through all these exercises. And let me tell you about this guy. Okay. Hey, Dan Roth, what are you doing here, man?
Oh, did he come in?
He came in. He was summoned. Yes, you were summoned. So anyway, Dr. Gary Woolman, Wolholm, I think is how it's spelled. I can look it up. Anyway, this guy, if you guys think I can talk, like if you guys get tired of me talking, I'm in the junior leagues compared to this guy. This guy was literally on multiple levels. He was talking on different tangents. Um, so it was crazy watching him, like literally talking. So he had his guest on and he was asking him questions, and his guest was, they were doing this practice of energy global transformation. They were doing all these things. And I mean, somewhere along the line, this conversation went off the rails. Okay. Like it got sidetracked. His host, her name is Ardwin I got to look up her last name again, but anyway, Aldwin is his co-host. They've apparently done this together, and she was like totally into Dr. Gary as far as like egging him on, asking him questions. This conversation kept going.
Laughing so hard.
Oh my
So
god!
many comments, like they're cracking us up, they're entertaining us, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I used to be a jester," and he pulls out a jester hat,
like
and puts it on, and we're like, "Oh my god!"
Like I'm literally on a trail to hunt down and have Dr. Gary Woolman on and introduce you to this guy. And again, it was just one of those things, perfect time, perfect scene. There wasn't a lot of people. There was only a couple of us in the live stream, but I mean, the way that he kept talking, the things that he kept talking about, the host had no chance to interject any kind of words in there. He literally said start, and then he started talking, and he was just off to the races. Like it was so much fun because you could see the host looking for trying to find the right moment, like to interject something. And they were, they were doing hand signs, exercises. They were doing the neck twist. They were doing all kinds of things. And listen to this.
And the poor host was like, if
Poor Ken.
Yes.
Ken Kleinberg is his name.
He was like, "We're gonna need to wrap this up," and then an hour would go by.
Like he's like at a minute 14, he's like, okay, we need to start wrapping up and then wrap everything up. They went on almost an additional hour. I had enough time to set up a second
laughed.
It's so hard for so long.
My God.
So
we had like tears, laughing and laughing and laughing. And then Kenneth was like, "Are you gonna do a live after this?" And we're like, "We'll set it up." So Gabe was setting it up, and he was about to, go because we thought it was gonna end. Man, that thing kept going. So late. Almost said late. Gabe was projecting the live through our live.
Yeah, so I was simulcasting. Yeah.
Gabe were just in the background, just laughing hysterically.
We did our own Mystery Science 3000, Mystery Theaters 3000, like watching this and commenting the whole time.
So if you want to go,
oh my gosh.
Like go on Gabe's page.
And I will say this, I will give hats off to Aldwin and to Dr. Gary because they were pulling up all our comments, and some of our comments were, they were a little rash. We were a little rash. I'm just going to come outright and say it. But we were just, it was a good time. We were laughing. Everybody in the chat was, participating in this, and it kept going on. And eventually they actually jumped into our live. Well, Aldwin, their host, the co-host, actually jumped in the live stream. And poor Kenneth, I mean, he was, oh my God. He was a good host, good sport. So, it was, dance.
Even when he got compared to Grumpy.
Did you like the post I made?
Yeah, I already responded.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was looking at the comments, but I was looking at Gregory's.
I'm gonna go on there after this.
That's right. Okay, so reasons I would only teach grades 9 through 12 are that I have some assignments to give. There you go.
That are about politics.
Yeah, they give them active political and no political and foreign affairs and domestic affairs.
Yeah, I just posted. Because you're talking. If it shows up, I don't know if LinkedIn. Okay.
It did.
Okay. I have all different colors, but they're like clip-ons, but the main part of it broke, and so now I resorted to these glasses that I used to wear back in my 20s. So I have got to get Another pair.
pair. Yeah, her glasses broke because it's kind of why I stepped my game up in glass lenswear color, because she had multiple colors and I was jealous, of course. I was like, man, that's so cool that you can have multiple colors. What the heck? I didn't even think about that. So I literally started buying multicolored glasses
to match me.
to match her. And
I know, he loves matching me. I'll put on my shirt and then I'd turn around and he's wearing the exact copy.
yeah,
And I'm like, yay. So
Yeah.
we'll go around.
we are that couple. Sorry,
Matching shirts. We're not tonight.
not tonight, but we.
Yeah, we usually match.
Yeah. So I'm wearing my
And he
pre-Father's
matches.
Day Dadalorian shirt,
I'm wearing my photography.
promoting her photography.
My
But
photography shirt.
yes, there you go. We can see it. But yeah, that it was wonderful, and I will prompt you to go check out Dr. Gary.
I don't have time. Look, I did not have time to straighten the back of my hair because he's like, we're gonna go, and then I had it all rolled up and it was still wet from my shower earlier, and then I was gonna straighten it, but yeah, so the back hurts every time I turn sideways.
That's okay. We're getting we're getting Cabo San Lucas ready.
Yes.
So that's where we will be tomorrow. About 2:00, we'll be touching or taking off and then touch ground. About 3:00 sometime.
Yes, we're gonna be on an isthmus.
Yes, an isthmus. So, do you know what an isthmus is?
Yeah,
Anybody in the comment? Gregory, anybody in the comments?
It's a world geography term. I'm about to start having to teach that again. So, if you know what an isthmus is,
yeah. Okay, I forget it always pulls up in my comment there. That's not a comment to pull up. Anyway, what I was getting though is that I want to, again, anybody that can do that and have fun, and I'm me. I'm harsh, so I ruffled a little feathers. That's Gabe. That's what I do.
oh yeah, he's had a comment.
I had a comment in it.
He was trying to be funny.
I was.
They got offended, but then they got over it.
They got over it.
Jumped on.
They came and jumped in my life.
On the live that Gabe set up, like they jumped on it and was commenting. So they found us.
They found me, and it's not hard to find me. Of course, if you go on LinkedIn. Oh, you found the bear. So yeah,
I'm hiding toys for him because we're gonna be gone. Yeah, so I've been hiding toys, and he's already found 2 of them. I think.
So I don't think anybody knows what
he hasn't found the 3rd toy yet.
Yeah, nobody knows what an isthmus is. Or
no, they probably do, but
I mean, they probably could Google it, but no. Oh yeah,
transparent reading
glasses. I never go bold. No, I wish they were my everyday. Yeah, but I
like vibrant colors.
I do too. Like if I'm still trying to hunt for a really almost banana yellow color, pink, and a really dark or like kind of what is it called, burnt orange colored lenses. And then I think I will be happy with everything that I have, because then it'll pretty much match everything. I have green or teal. It's what it's like. Purple, red, white, black. I have leopard print. I got quite a few. It's not like on the level of like Dr. Carey. Like Dr. Carey also has a really strong eyewear game. I'll give her kudos for that, because I like seeing people who. That's kind of what I mean. Honestly, that's kind of what attracted me to Yvette in the photo. Teal colored glasses. I thought, hey, that's different. Like most of the women that I was looking at in photos, it was black eyewear. It was round frame eyewear. It was just what you would typically see in any kind of eyewear store. It wasn't nothing fancy or stood out.
Yeah.
So her teal glasses stood out to me, and I was like, you know what? I got to reach out to this lady. The good thing I did. And that's what I said. That's what I tell her. Those lucky glasses, or her teal glasses, were her lucky glasses. All right. Is culturally appropriation. It is almost. That's okay.
So is he supposed to wear caramel colors?
Caramel color, yeah. Well, probably the leopard print's probably the closest thing that I have. But then it looks like it melts into my skin, so I don't want that, that either, man. So well, I don't know. Is wearing the black glasses the same deal? Would that? I mean, I don't know if we're talking about cultural appropriation. No, none of this for you, dog. So there you go.
I know I wore a chili pepper shirt like when I was teaching AP Human Geography. I wore a chili pepper shirt that had like it was for during Christmas time, and it had like chili peppers on it, and like it was like totally like Hispanic culture. And my kids they had learned that word in class, and they were like, "Miss, you're culturally appropriating." And I'm like, I'm half Mexican, like
Yeah,
how?
half kind of counts. I mean, I'm like a 16th Native American, so something like that. Close. My grandfather was he was more Native American than I was, so I now have a Zoom call on iPad featuring
80s music.
No, how do you do that? Featuring 1980s music.
Zoom call on iPad featuring.
So I need 1980s music going on here.
Like 1980s music.
I do too. I really do. I think I have my iPhone hooked up. I think I can play. I think I can play 1980s music. Like, to Herman's Hermits drinking a Manhattan. He could be. Let's see. Here we go. I got this guy here. I can play this. On a Zoom call.
So are you multitasking? Is that what you're trying to tell us, Gregory?
He
You're
is.
on a Zoom call, you're watching us, and you're listening to 80s music.
He is. Oh, let me see if I can
hear it.
So you tell me, guys, can you hear the music? Tina. And there's a really like I'm a bit of a music kind of nerd buff, whatever you want to call it. You ought to see the story of how this song was created and came about, and how it got into the hands of Michael Jackson to actually perform and record. Oh my God. You need glasses made out of the border fence to be a pro. Hello, Leslie.
Leslie, I was just thinking about you. I was like, wait a minute, who all did I not tag?
And it was Leslie. Yes. So yes. So that's what it was. So in the 80s, there was a band called Toto, and Steve Porcaro, who was one of the members of Toto, had wrote this song, and he talks about it. His daughter came home from school one day, came home crying, was upset, and said that one of the boys had pushed her down and made fun of her, and she was wanting to know why he was so cruel. And the dad was like, he kind of explained to his daughter that, in life, people sometimes are mean, and boys can be mean. And we do have people like that we're going to run to. That's just human nature. And so he started coming up with just the lyric, human nature, and the beat, and he started writing it. And then he sat down with with another friend of his named John Bettis, and they literally started to come up with like the bare bones of the song. And at the time, Michael Jackson was looking for a song, and they were in the same studio. So they were they were recording in the same studio place. And he went to go sit down with him. They were, sitting down, and they were like, "Hey, I got a song." So he literally started playing for the bare bones of it. And then Michael did the rest. Like, he started doing the hum, bringing it together, and boom, just like that, he made a hit. I think it was that crazy. So Gregory's saying listening to Peter Gabriel, that is another great song. Sledgehammer. I love that song. I love the video.
Thank you, Leslie.
Thank you,
That's
Leslie.
little Hershey.
That's our little mini Copper. Leslie know who Copper is. Copper's famous on LinkedIn. I need to make Hershey as famous. So but yeah, that's kind of the story behind it. It's kind of cool. I always love those kind of little tidbits when it comes to music. So I did get your text. I don't mean I do want to spotlight you, but yeah, I mean, we are. If there it okay, hold on.
Aw. Okay, Gabe's reading something.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. We'll make mention of that here in a few minutes. Toto, yes, Africa. So Steve Caro was one of the ones, and it is an incredible song. Now, what you think about Michael Jackson is always different, and people have opinions. But there's a documentary about it. We went and saw it, and it still leaves me in the air about how I feel about that. So here's another one. This is a good one. So in the 80s, if you didn't,
Is this what he was?
yeah. So this is what, yes. So this is what Gregory is listening to or was listening to. He might be done by now, but
Human Nature is one of LA's
favorite songs. It is a great song, I'm telling you. And again, the story of how it came together was awesome. Now, if you're any kind of music buff like me, the video and how they came about with the concept of doing this was pretty incredible at the time. So have you ever seen the Sledgehammer music video? Oh God, you gotta go watch it.
I'm trying to listen to see if I know this song. Wait, it's gotta keep playing.
Oh, hold on, it went away. I was trying to find the video because they do. Okay, so this is the video. I'm gonna show it to you while you watch it live, so people will still get to hear the song, but we're gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the video. So this is the video. This was groundbreaking for in the 80s. So there's a lot of things.
I was born in 78, so I was really little at the beginning of the 80s, and then I slowly started getting into music. Like, I think really my second grade year, I remember I started to enjoy listening to things, but my favorite was Cyndi Lauper.
So this probably came out 86, 87.
Okay.
Sorry, no, that's not too loud, killing everybody's ears. But the video itself, like, okay, look at this. He's like, the way that they did the video, it was a lot of still action, still cut motions, but a lot of close-ups.
Leslie loves.
So this was a lot of like still photography, taking multiple shots and then bringing it all together. So for what they did as far as like music videos back then, this was pretty good. This was almost along like the lines of like what Michael Jackson did with Thriller. Like it was a big.
We didn't have MTV, so
yes,
I missed a lot of videos.
Yes, but for anyone who's never seen the actual Sledgehammer video, so my kids are 74. Were born in 74 and 78.
Yeah.
I love.
See, I taught my daughter like movies. 80s movies were my favorite because I was more of like a movie person
music, though, but
than music. We were more into TV and movies. So my daughter loves 80s movies and some music too, because of course it was in a lot of 80s movies or 80s music. So yeah.
So like doing the ice thing, yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing it. Girls just want to have fun. Yep. I used to listen to that. I had a tape and I would record songs off the radio. And so I had like a tape, like my dad would give me blank tape cassettes and I would record songs. And so Girls Just Want to Have Fun, like all those Cyndi Lauper songs were my favorite.
Yes. I want my MTV, yes. Will be.
I always wanted MTV, and the first time I ever got it, I was living in an apartment. I could not afford cable, but I had a friend that lived there, and he showed me how to sneak into this room. And there was these cables, and they had like clips or something on it, and we had to remove them where my apartment number was. And I had free cable finally. But I had it for. I was there for about a year or so, and I was able to finally get MTV when I was like 18, 19 years old.
Okay. So Gregory dropped the passcode for the Zoom. Of course, Leslie was like, he said, don't play Danger Zone by He Will Go Ham. Of course, girls will have fun. I want my MTV. That became such a big phrase. Like they didn't know when they launched MTV, they didn't know that MTV would become the thing that it did. So when it did, and that was kind of that was a marketing ploy, as a matter of fact. And then eventually it became so like part of the vernacular that it was put into a song. Oh my gosh, now why is it slipping my mind? Let's see. I'm looking it up right now. Oh yeah, Money for Nothing. That's the song. So it was Dire Straits. They put it into their song. I would do anything for love. Oh, it's Meat Love. It's like a Meat Love song. He's like, oh, it's a marry game. That's okay. You can't marry me. I'm already married.
He's taken. Sorry, Dan.
Taken. Sorry, Dan. We had our playlist on cassettes back then. Yeah, absolutely. Like, how many of you are like, cassettes are a foreign thing to the younger generation. You give them a cassette, they'd look at it like, what the hell is this? How many of you used to like get a cassette of your parents and then stuff like tape or something, or or napkin or whatever in the little holes in the slots where the tabs would be, and tape over them, and then tape over their music?
That's how you can bootleg a tape.
Bootleg a tape, exactly.
We didn't have the money for blank ones, but my dad would get me blank ones, so I was okay. I didn't have to record on top of anything.
Oh, not me.
Yeah, we knew how to do that because, especially with VHS tapes, like if we wanted to re-record.
Yes.
But yeah, with cassette tapes especially.
Yes. So that was one of the things that we used to do as a kid. Like when we wanted a tape, when there was a song, if we didn't have blank tapes and we didn't want to record over our own, like we already had our own music, we recorded off the radio. So we'd go into our parents and we would find like Kenny Rogers' greatest hits. I know my dad loved Kenny Rogers. Go grab it and then, put the tape over it and everything else. And then you record your stuff on it. And then he'd find it one day and was listening to, I don't know, all kinds of music he didn't know anything about.
Yeah.
And it was like, who taped over my crap? And it was like us. I had to speak up.
I remember at Homer Simpson, like they had like rap songs and stuff.
Oh,
yeah. Like Bart Simpson and Homer Simpson, and I just remember a lot.
Yeah.
Of, like,
so
recording. If
you've never made a mixtape, then you really don't, never really lived. I mean, that was one of my favorite movies, High Fidelity. So if anybody's ever seen High Fidelity, that was a big storyline in the movie. Who's another 80s star, John Cusack. He owned a music store, and that's what he would do. He would sit there all his albums and make mixtapes. So that was kind of his thing. I spent allowance on tapes. Well, all right for you. If you have seen me on Salsa Saturday, my background is Top Gun fighter jet.
Nice.
Yes, same image on the William Rochelle. So, speaking of, where is William Rochelle?
The 60s, yeah. When I took a road trip with my dad, that's all we listened to the entire time was 50s and 60s music.
Yeah, you lived in a whole nother generation, like Leslie. There was a whole different level of music around that time.
Yeah, I love Beatles music from that time period. What is this?
This is Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. So even the video for this too, it was kind of crazy. If you've never seen the video for this, they made it like a cartoon animation. So
what do you say? I couldn't do Texas.
I said I can't. Yeah. He said he probably couldn't live in Texas anyway.
No, most people, like, I grew up with mosquitoes, like, not as my best friends, but just as the pests that we have here. And I still don't know how I've done it all these years, but there's only a short period of time, like two little mini seasons where they don't exist.
Right.
But as soon as the weather is like ripe for them, they come with madness.
Oh,
And I'll get them. Sometimes they're stuck in my car, sometimes at school, sometimes in my bedroom, bathroom, any room I'm in the house. Like there's one in here now that's been chewing at me, and I probably have at least 3 bites on my legs. But yeah, mosquitoes are the probably one of the worst things
right.
in Texas during when it gets hot and humid here.
Yeah.
I hate those things.
They
Because
do.
you can't, they sneak up on you and you don't see them coming. And then all of a sudden you've got like marks on you and they itch.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good song.
Ooh, I like this part.
Yeah. Like the video, I can always remember the videos from the 80s because that was cool that they really put in a lot into the videos.
I only know like most of the like music videos from the 90s because that's when I got my free cable finally. So it was 97. So anything like 97, 98, like those are the videos I remember.
Yes. So,
The 80s.
so Dan's saying I was, he's an 84 kid here, brought up listening to Simon and Garfunkel, Meatloaf, Andrea Bocelli. No wonder was such a confused kid. Listening, that's another one, George Michael.
I actually
went to
went
a
to a George Michael concert. Yeah, and my mom, she had to sing one of his songs on the radio station. She like showed up and she was singing the song. And she had to sing a George Michael song without stopping. And she was going against somebody else and they were also singing a George Michael song. And they had to keep singing until one of them gave up. And I don't think either one of them ever did. So they both won the tickets. But we got second row at George Michael, and that was either my first or second concert I'd ever gone to, but it was insane. Like,
yes,
there's some bad parts that happened behind me that I saw, I witnessed, and I was a kid, little, turn around seeing that, and I was like, oh no, turn back around. I don't know what they're doing, Mom, but I don't want to look again. It was bad.
Yes. But for a while, interesting side note there. George Michael and his, I guess, partner at the time. I don't know if you would legally be able to get married back then, but him and his partner used to live here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area where we live at. His partner was from this area, had a business. So from time to time, you would see like people would take photos and stuff, and he would be around in the area. They'd be at a restaurant. Like he was for a little while, for about 5 or 6 years, he was pretty prominent in this area. So interesting side note. Of course, everybody knows most of his most famous song. I know I Want Your Sex is one, but you know the song. Come on. Heard this one. If you don't know it, where have you been? Spoiler alert, turn away now. But yeah, Leslie's saying that my Gen X kids turned me on to the 70s.
Wow.
So she got into the 70s music. What's your favorite band then, Leslie? Let me know. Drop it in here. And taking any request if you want to hear Andrea Bocelli.
Really?
God.
I know his story.
The story. Yeah, they know the story of those two. That was crazy. But this is the kind of things you could get away with back in the 80s. Like nowadays, no way you could get away with lip syncing and like performing and being stars the way these guys were. But it was a different time in the 80s, man. It was different. No social media. You could skirt your way around a lot of things. So, that's kind of the thing. See, I gotta find song for Dan here. Maybe take him back to his you. Oh, there he is. He's like he listened to Andrea Bocelli. So
Fleetwood Mac.
So
Lay said she likes
Fleetwood Mac. Oh God, I love Fleetwood Mac. So there's another song that he does. He's one of the tenors, I believe. 3 tenors.
What's this called?
DNA. So he does one with I love that with Celine Dion called The Prayer. Oh my God, it's such a beautiful song. Beautiful song. There were times like in the lowest part of my life where that song would make me cry. So Sabre Springs or Silver Springs? Fleetwood Mac. I love Fleetwood Mac. I'm like the Ulay. I could listen to Fleetwood Mac for a long time. They have so many great songs. So Silver Springs is this one right here. It's a really good song, and there's a little bit of a slow start to it. But it's kind of like one of their low key good songs. They have a lot. They have so many. So if you've ever seen the history or behind the music of Fleetwood Mac, again, I'm a music nerd. I love these things. Just going back and seeing like the dynamic of the group. So Mick Fleetwood, who's the drummer, Lindsey Buckingham, who's the guitarist, of course. Oh my God, why am I forgetting? Stevie Nicks, who's lead singer. Christy McVie, who's now passed away, and then her husband John McVie, who was also in the band. So they had 2 groups that were like together. So John McVie and Christy McVie were married, and then Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham were a group at one point, and then they kind of all switched partners. Like they got divorced. I think it's crazy, but like Stevie Nicks was like dating, I think, Mick Fleetwood, and then Lindsey Buckingham. It was a whole mess, man. They were a mess.
Yeah, I'm always impressed. He knows like
He said, "Time to say goodbye."
Songs.
Time to say
Oh,
goodbye.
bye, dear.
Yes.
Artists, songs, background, all kinds of stuff. And
Yes.
Dan said Lay.
The prayer,
was his
favorite. Yes.
Favorite too.
Yes. It's a beautiful song. If you've never heard it, oh my God, you will cry. You can. The artists these days are on the road touring longer. Taylor toured for like 2 years long. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But there are a lot of great songs. I love music. I'm sorry. I'm just a music nut. I sit here and dance in our kitchen while I'm like cutting food or washing dishes or doing stuff. While I'm listening to music. Like, I don't know. It would be hard for me to not have it. That's the hard one. Bella. So here's what
Lay used to sing.
here's one of my favorites. I love this song by them.
She messed up her soprano voice.
Oh, no, smoking 43 years.
Dang.
This is one of my favorites by them. This is everywhere.
What kid grew up in the 90s didn't listen to White Snake? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
right. Honestly.
And I even danced to it in drill team I was in when I was younger.
Right. Like, honestly, part of the reason that I used to watch Whitesnake videos was simply because the lead singer, Dave Coverdale, was married to Tawny Katane. And Tawny Katane was a redheaded, beautiful model. And I was like a 13 or 14-year-old boy. And I was like, oh my God, she is so gorgeous. And they would prominently put her in all the videos. Like she was like dancing, like had nothing to do with the song, but she was in the videos. So if you don't know who saw, Silver Springs, I knew which one we were talking about. Dan, but yes. See, so there you go. Didn't listen to Whitesnake. Here I go again.
Lemon year,
After Heartbreak.
cigarette free. Nice.
See, we're celebrating wins here.
Awesome.
Awesome job, Lay.
Awesome.
So yes, here I go again after Heartbreak. If you didn't if you didn't listen to Whitesnake, man, come on. I grew up like I transitioned through so many music phases in my life. Like I was a kid of glam rock. Like I loved glam. I loved like Poison, Whitesnake, Rat, Dokken, Motley Crue. Like I loved all that stuff. Like I used to buy these guitar magazines just so I could have their photos on my wall. Like I was a music nerd, man. I loved music. If there was one thing that could speak to my soul, music was it, and it still does to this day. Now that's probably the only thing I haven't done yet as far as like creatively for live streams and stuff.
Yeah.
But eventually I will. I will go down that path because
I think you should do a podcast where you talk about music.
I would, because
a music podcast, because you have so much info in your brain.
Yes.
About music.
Like I was a big fan of like behind the music, so I could learn just music and music history. I would tune into Rick Beato on YouTube. Like he talks about all these songs. Like I'm just a music nut. So no doubt repeated mistake. Yes.
I went to Rockfest 97.
Yes.
That was here in Texas, and No Doubt was there. Oh my God, it was so great. She was having us sing I'm just a girl in the world. And so we were all like, she had all the women. She was like, okay, all the women. And so we're all singing, I'm just a girl in the world. And then she goes, all right, men. And all the guys, like you can hear heavy guy voices. I'm just a girl in the world. And then she goes, gotcha.
So I'm going to pull up Gregory's comment. He's saying, here's a win. Here he goes. He goes, I'm going to see Motley Crue on your 250th Independence Day at Princess Audio Stadium. I hope you enjoyed. If you've never seen The Dirt, it's the story of Motley Crue. Oh my word is all I can say. So yes. And again, and Dan, to what Dan was saying here, no doubt repeated the mistake of Fleetwood Mac in the 90s. Yes. So Gwen Stefani, and I believe it was either the drummers, the guitarist. Oh man, I can't. His name's slipping my name. But you know that's where the song "Don't Speak" comes from. Like she wrote that as kind of like her ode to now, you know, them breaking up and not being together anymore. So you know these bands like this. Again, I love the backstory of a lot of this stuff here, because even how No Doubt came together, because it was Gwen Stefani, either one of the drummer or Gwen Stefani's brother. I'm trying to remember exactly how it goes, but like they needed a singer, and they were just four guys doing a band, and they kind of asked her if she wanted to be part of it. I think they had tried another singer, another guy, and it just didn't work. And they brought her in, and man, magic. It's like,
wow.
Some of those things, there's just so many stories about music out there in the world that missing out on opportunities. You never know. Like again, everybody knows who. If you're not a Beatles fan, you don't know this, but the story of Stu Sutcliffe and Pete Best. I mean, they were Beatles right before the Beatles became big. Pete Best was their drummer before Ringo Starr. I believe they fired him, or he might have. I think they fired him before they actually hit it big. And then Stu Sutcliffe was an artist. He was John Lennon's friend. He was in the band and kind of quit to go pursue his art. And they took off to, of course, America. The rest is history. Then I got into jazz after the movie.
That thing you do.
Oh yeah,
I've seen that movie. That thing you do.
Yes, I used to cover the booth singing in Asbury Park and after college. Yes, I remember you telling me that. This reminded me I have to record stuff. There you go. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of great stuff in the music scene in Asbury Park that that Dan could really
Asbury.
maybe what
That's is that in London? Asbury Park? No. Where's Asbury Park?
in California.
Oh. Asbury Park.
Yeah.
Sounds like I was thinking Abbey Road
Abbey
for some
Road.
reason. Which I've been there. It's at Abbey Road, but Asbury. So it's in
Oh no, excuse me, that was in New Jersey. So he was in New Jersey, not Cal. He lives in California. I was thinking, but he went to school out there when he was in college,
Okay.
and that's where like a lot of bands like uh, Bruce Springsteen, Bon Jovi is Jersey band. Like there was a lot of stuff going on around that time, um, in that music scene. So I'm pretty sure it was pretty awesome. Um, you know,
What's Zane or
so
Tony?
and there's a story that Dan. I mean, I don't know if he wants to tell me about it, but the stone pony. I think he got kicked out of there or something. Something crazy. He'd probably be able to tell you a little bit more. You can go to, or you could go, or you could go check out.
What's Zane or Tony?
I think it was the band members from. I don't know.
What's Zane or Tony?
Yeah. Okay. You can go with Fleetwood Mac. So, we'll listen to the whole Andrea Bocelli song. I think you need to hear it.
Why my phone gets so
So this is the prayer. You need to hear this song. This is really good. Video's even more stunning
the prayer? Oh,
because Andrea Bocelli is blind. If you don't know,
I didn't know. Andrea Bocelli.
yes. So he was one of the three tenors. It was Luciano Pavarotti. So he sings it, I think, in.
Does somebody else sing this song too?
Yes, there's another one.
Because I've heard this before.
Yes. So was it Josh Corbin? I think he's singing this song too. I'll have to look it up.
Or I've either heard it in a movie or I have heard another artist sing it.
Such a beautiful song. I mean, it's Celine Dion's voice. I know she's Canadian. Most fight against her.
It was just Celine Dion that I've heard before.
But man,
It's got to be in a movie. I gotta find it.
Lead us to a place,
Springsteen.
guide us with your grace to a place.
and then he comes in with his. Listen to his voice.
A Disney movie? Or maybe who's the guy singing?
Andrea Bocelli.
Oh, okay.
This is Celine Dion and him.
I kept thinking Andrea was a girl.
No.
Oh, so Dan was born in Jersey.
Yes.
Movie.
F punch.
Lead us to a
Guys.
Guide us with your grace.
I know this is.
Give us faith so
Or they copied the tune and used it.
They both sing it in Italian. It's so beautiful. Montreal's own, yes. She is Canadian. God, listen to that voice. Song. So there's a live version you can watch on YouTube. Oh my God, I can't watch it because I cried. Oh, that's what it was. So at the Stone Pony, New Jersey, he was a judge. That's what the story was. To judge a contest of the bands. One of the side stages, they at a major festival, they tried to bribe him.
First I read that, I thought it said they tried to bite me. They tried to bribe him. It wasn't enough money.
Need to find
That's terrible.
Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we so
And then when it hit the crescendo, oh my God. I was, and silence. Here it comes. I feel like Dr. Gary Woolman now in my hands.
They can only see one.
God, that is such an amazing.
That's
It is
That's
beautiful.
beautiful, but I'm gonna have later. I'm gonna have to look that up. Like either someone had. I think I'm pretty sure I've heard that. I don't know if it was that song, or somebody else sang it, or
Well,
heard it.
there have been other
movie, like,
versions. So
I feel like there was different words that I remember, or something like a Disney movie.
so
I don't know.
Josh
I've
Groban has done a version of this as well.
Mhm.
He's another like crooner, as they say. I don't know the word you want to say. They've done it on The Voice. So that's a great song. It's
I wonder if that's what it was. Maybe it was
Christina Aguilera and somebody else. I don't know, but it's a great song. I'm just gonna say. And yes, Dan said he had morals, so he couldn't take the bribe. It wasn't enough money. Agreed. It's got to be enough money.
Blacklisted too.
I know.
That's crazy.
That that kind of sucks. And Dan says, "F Bon Jovi." He says, "New Jersey's own Bon Jovi." I'm laying claim to that one, I guess. But yes, here's another one, another 80s band. Oh my God, I used to love these guys. Now my friend is like my friend Ryan. He's like he lives and breathes like Motley Crue. Like this is exactly this, but it's fast tempo going. Like the story of these guys is just as crazy. It's hard. It's hard pumping. It gets your blood going. And you have Tommy Lee. Vince Neil, Tommy Lee, the drummer. He used to be the one who married to Pamela Anderson a long time ago. I don't know if you remember that.
They came out before Megadeth and
No, it was all about the same time. Yeah.
I don't know why I don't remember them, but I listened to Metallica and Megadeth for a little while.
So this is Vince Neil, Tommy Lee, Nikki Sixx, and Mick Mars. These guys, it's amazing that they're still alive. Like the amount of drugs that they did during this time. You know, even guys like Ozzy Osbourne during this time, it was nuts in the 80s. The amount of drugs that they did.
Now that one movie, what was it that we were watching? It was the life of. It was a music artist. We went to Tom's Lake House.
Oh, that's the Doors. So that was Jim Morrison. That
They
too.
did a lot of
Drugs too, man. I think that was the theme at, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That was like their. So these guys are.
When we were out at Rockfest, you could smell it everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Like at those outdoor concerts, people bring all kinds of stuff.
So Dan is saying, I want to see what this comment here says. it was common at the time to stone pony the venues laden in history rock, but what besides the drug vibes and management is laced with corruption. Yeah, I don't doubt it, man. Um, like most of these guys during the 80s, like um, you know, drugs. It's amazing that a lot of these guys got out alive. It was one of those things that you were lucky. Um, like even the guys, Van Halen, like they were all into the scene of doing drugs. It was a whole different time at that point. Um, it and the thing is, like I said, these guys are still around and kicking. That's what's the amazing part. A lot of these guys are still here after going through what they did. Like Nikki Six, he actually overdosed and was like considered dead. Like they revived him. And these guys were nuts, man. The amount of drugs, speed, cocaine, like um, it was crazy that they were able to still be alive. And like Gregory was the one saying he's gonna go watch Molly Crew at America's 250. He's like, so way to go. They're still out touring.
Where's Princess Auto Stadium?
It's in Canada. Um, let me see. This will give me a kind of idea where Gregory lives, but Princess Audio Stadium, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Excuse me, said that wrong. Please don't shoot me. Canadians, it's okay. We're friends. So they told me they would give me 100 the week before. As a broke college kid, I would have done it for that. But the day they changed it to 40 or 60. So when the voting happened, I voted for a different band. There is more. That's for another time. There you go. We'll talk about it then. So
That's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome that I guess that Motley Crue's still playing stadiums. Like most bands usually don't have the time, day, or effort of all that. So, but yeah, the 80s were just like, it was a different time, different area. So again, he was like, I don't know. Do you remember this song? You heard this song? Okay. Yeah. That's good old Bruce Springsteen. That's another good 80s.
See, I know a lot of the sounds, but I guess because I didn't have MTV or, some of the songs maybe didn't come on the radio or I didn't hear their names or whatever at the time. I didn't like make the connections back then.
Yes.
And I didn't have the money to go buy, tapes or whatever. So it was, if it didn't come on the radio, I didn't hear it or didn't have MTV, then I might have heard it, but maybe not have caught their name. So I didn't buy the disc or tapes to know who sang what songs.
Well, yeah, we would watch MTV. We didn't have MTV either, but every time we would go stay at my grandmother had cable, and it was probably one of the least used channels on her cable box. So as kids, we were like, "Grandma's got MTV. We're gonna watch MTV," and that's what we would do. Like during the summer times, when my dad was busy at work, like he would drop us off, and of course, we would just be there watching MTV all day long. My grandma didn't care. She's like, it keeps them occupied.
We didn't start the fire. Who sings that?
Billy Joel. We didn't start the fire. That's
because I heard fire and it's reminded me of that song. But that one I used to play in U.S. history class.
Yes, of course. I used to listen to Casey Kasem. He used to do the top.
Yeah,
every week.
Kasem.
That's right. Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, home of the loudest CFL fans, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. So we got a football fan here. But yes, I always used to listen to Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem, top 100.
Top 100.
Yeah.
I listened to that for a very long time. There were Sundays that I would listen to while I was out doing deliveries while I was working.
I remember his voice.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, Casey. Well, I can't. Try. I could try.
I can sound like Stitch.
You're like that. Another talent, multi-talented, my wife here. Radio's top 40 on Sundays. Yes, that's what it was. Top 40.
40. Top
Yes.
40.
So, and this video, you know, was iconic at the time because it was the first time that anybody got to see Courtney Cox. So at the end of the video,
Oh, she was in that one?
she's a young girl. So at the end of the video, she's a young audience member, and he pulls her up on stage, and they start dancing together.
Wow.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah. Let me see if I can find the video for you. You can see it. They have it. They do the videos. See if they have it. Should. It's really iconic. Hey.
Oh, okay, Dan. Love you too.
Love you too, man.
Take
Great.
care.
And a bad.
Have a good night. Thank you again for the post. I will go look at that as soon as we get off the live. I'm gonna be able to sit down and focus on just that.
Yeah. You're like,
Thank you so much.
God, I can't even find it. But yeah. Bruce Springsteen.
Now Ryan Seacrest does it. Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ryan Seacrest took over doing that. Ryan Seacrest, like he took over like doing 20 jobs one time. He was doing live with Regis or live with
What
Kelly and
station was he on
So-
106.1 at some point?
no, Ryan Seacrest was the host of American Idol. When it first started.
Okay, now, yeah. Now
So then he got into doing producing. He used to produce Keeping Up with the Kardashians. He was hosting that show. And then he started doing live with Ryan and Kelly.
Mhm.
Like he took over for like Regis Philbin, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. He's a man of multiple talents and a very rich one now
Sure.
from doing that. So that's how it goes. Then I got into 90s, man. I think the 90s is where I started to develop and grow my
Alternative
Yeah.
is where I listened to a lot of alternative in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, it really. I grew up a youth of listening to like all the glam rock and just all the pop. I loved pop. I still do love pop. Like pop is still one of my favorites. People, crap on it because it's too poppy, it's too catchy, it's bubbly.
The sign.
Yeah, I saw the sun. All those songs. Like here was one I love this song, and people bag on it all the time. It was a '90s song, but it was their only hit, but it was poppy. But it was of the times. You'll know it once it starts. Cool.
Manic Monday. Didn't they come out in the 90s?
No, '80s. That was
That was 80s?
80s.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to him, but he looks pretty down.
You know this.
Oh,
You were a
yeah.
'90s kid. You heard this song. You were like, "This is Lynn, Len,
What do you suppose we should do?
Steal My Sunshine."
Does he like butter tarts?
Sunday. Exactly. Well, I'm saying I can go verse for verse. Like I gotta jump into doing music.
Yeah, music brings back memories.
Memories. It does. Like 90s and 90s alternative and 90s, like that became really strong for me because I graduated in 93, had my heart broken for the first time in 94. Yeah, 94. Girlfriend. And I started listening to all the alternative music and like really listening to I was already listening to alternative music at that point because I was listening to Nirvana and stuff before I knew it was alternative. See, it's a poppy song. It's catchy. I love this stuff. Madonna.
Madonna, yeah.
Yep. Oh, I love
Manic
Madonna.
Mondays.
An old favorite.
I've never seen Sharon look so bad before. I did once before, but this is pretty bad. Yeah, what do you
Sharon, I love you.
Was it like one of the band members that was like, I got to shout out to
Yeah.
my girlfriend?
Yeah.
I promise I'm being faithful, Sheridan.
Yes. So
Okay. So it's 1980, what?
86.
Wow.
I said our time, when you think about it, when it came out, you're like, so, the so, the thing about this song and around this time, I was 12 in school, and, you know, guys, you know how they were like, oh, you don't listen to the Bangles. Like, yeah, I did. I was in love with Suzanne Hoffman, who's the lead singer of the song. Okay. And this song,
No, they did not understand what manic was.
no, no. So,
So true.
so true. Fun side note: this song was actually written by Prince. Prince wrote this song, and of course, he was a songwriter. He penned songs for other artists, and he's got a recording of this song himself. It's an original he did. So this is actually Prince is credited with writing this song. So if you look down here at the lyrics part, like at the end, it'll tell you who the artist is.
Written by Prince. Yeah.
So he wrote a couple of songs, a couple of hits in the 80s for bands or for people that you wouldn't think. But he was not only writing his own songs and music for himself, but he was doing it for other artists.
Wow.
Like Sinead O'Connor. Her biggest hit.
She recently passed, didn't she?
Yeah. About 3 or 4 years ago, somewhere around there. But like her biggest hit, Prince wrote it. Prince was a man. He was a man amongst men.
He's trying to scratch my back.
Yes, he is. He's trying to scratch it. So you pay attention to me. Pay attention to me.
Too much.
A little too much, buddy. Sorry. Yeah, so that was a good one. Manic Monday. A little bit different.
Yeah.
Did take on a different connotation now. That's enough. This was another one of theirs that I loved. So this came out in 87, right? A year later.
Which one?
Hazy Shade of Winter. So this came out as a song on the Less Than Zero soundtrack, which is a movie. Again, I love movies and music and pop culture, so I know a little too much about that than I should about other things. I guess it's like, oh, this is like when I was like, you know what? I don't care if anybody thinks I'm weird. I'm listening to the Bangles. They rock. But I was a big, again, I was like, I love Madonna. Like to me, she was great. Like
Yeah.
she's got so many songs. And not just in the 80s, like what was cool about her, she was
over a decade.
She was making songs in the 90s.
I think 3 decades where she was.
Yep. Like she made a lot of songs that really again made like this was
Even I Hail It. That's what, 2026?
6. Yeah,
She's still popping them out.
she did it. She's done a lot, man. Like even her early stuff is great.
80s, 90s, 2000s.
Yeah, she's
5 decades.
Yeah.
5 decades of music.
like this is one of her bigger ones in the 90s.
That song for the women's
Group the Bangles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You said that I used to say they didn't understand what manic was in that song.
Yeah, all right. Like, she was banging and like banging out hits all the time, man.
Oh, yeah. I know a lot of her.
Yeah, you could play so many of them. Like if you don't know,
And I got into Paula Abdul and
like this is
that was a good one.
another good one of hers. Like I love this video.
Yeah, so I think this one.
This video was cool.
Strike a pose.
Strike a pose. And it was funny that they redid this. So I think it was back in the 2000s that show Glee. Did you ever
Yeah.
watch it? Glee. They recreated almost scene for scene this video of Vogue. Yeah. And it was Jane Lynch who was, of course, the teacher with the blonde hair.
One of the guys on Glee went to the same high school I went to.
Oh, did he?
He was the one that got in trouble,
Oh.
and I think he committed suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strike a pose.
So if you've seen the video for that, I know you probably think you can't see it, but I'm
I
gonna.
may have seen that video. 'Cause I said once I got MTV, I was glued.
Yes.
I used to watch South Park a lot too.
So this is
That's the Glee one.
this is the Glee one. This is I love this version that they did because they did almost spot on. Like
Oh, Lay said that Prince wrote like a virgin for Madonna. Really? I did not know that.
yeah,
Oh wow.
almost spot on
Yes.
version.
Wow.
Strike a pose.
And that was the teacher, wasn't it?
Yes.
That's funny.
That was great. Like I love that
Yeah.
when seeing that. I was like, man, that is awesome. Like
Yeah.
they really
Did a
did.
good job.
They did a good job of like doing matching almost scene for scene
Yeah.
for what they did.
To imitate the video.
Yes.
I wonder if Madonna was okay with that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they had to. They have to get they have to get clearance for a lot of these things. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, but she was probably cool about it. She's like, you know what? That's cool. You got to reach out to him. But yeah, there you go. Oh, I'm turning it down. So, real quick,
Yeah.
before we get out of here, though, I need to start wrapping up because I still got to go pack. But anybody,
We have to go back.
we got to go pack.
This has been fun.
It's been fun. You want to keep going?
Like Leia's been hanging out with us. for
That's
a long
right.
time. Thank you.
So next Tuesday on the 23rd,
Uh-huh.
my beautiful wife here will be joining Nicole and Guy Galindo. Lay actually will be there as well, and then Gretchen Holmes.
When I saw Leia was going to be with us,
So
I didn't know who all was going to be on it. And then Gretchen also.
Gretchen, Lay, and Yvette will be doing a live stream Tuesday, 5 o'clock from the hot tub in Cabo San.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like at the beach, the hot tub, like somewhere cool.
Somewhere cool.
With a cool background.
Yeah, we can have that. We can have the ocean as a background. So that's how we'll do it.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome. So, anything you want to say, darling? We got to get going. Wrap up before we run out of time.
We've
Like
over an hour.
An hour.
Yeah. So, thank all the guests.
Okay.
That
Yes.
showed up. Thank you, Dan, so much.
So we're gonna thank Yvette.
read that.
Thank you
read
for that.
post too that you posted about me. So I'm gonna go see that. I'm excited to go read that. Thank you, Josette.
Gregory F.
Gregory.
Liverpool, Josette
He's been watching from the bed.
from the bed the whole time.
Yeah.
Melanie Richards, who stopped in. Mr. Charles Caldwell, watching all the way over in Hong Kong. We had a mystery guest, a LinkedIn user. If you give me a second, I can tell you who LinkedIn user is. Dr. Martin Pratt, my friend.
Nice.
Love Dr. Martin. I don't know why it's not showing up on here. He probably has his settings set to private. Of course, Mr. Dan Roth, who was here, he hung out with us for a while. Of course, Leslie Flowers,
Lay.
like we had quite a few people just came and hung out. I'm pretty sure Kenneth would have been here, but he can't comment. So
yeah, he may have been watching.
he may have been watching, but there you go. That is our little Saturday hangout. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Next time you see us, we will be in Mexico hopefully having a little fun, just hanging out with you guys. A lot of fun. Yes, a lot of fun. So until then, we do appreciate everyone who's been here and been a part of this one. We will talk to you again next week. Love you all. You guys have rocked it. And that'll be it.
Thank you for watching.
All of you. Thank you. Y'all have a great night, everybody.